ladies and gentlemen, Byron Rogers here, and welcome to the Loop of Destiny, where we work together to raise your level of consciousness, your level of awareness, to help you deliberately create the life that is truly yours, the life that's in resonance with who you are, the life that you know you're capable of, ladies and gentlemen. And today's lesson is really the foundation, one of the foundational principles of the Loop of Destiny. It's all about raising your level of consciousness. It's all about becoming super conscious on command. What if you could tap into intuition on command? What if you could become infinitely creative exactly when you needed to? What if you could find insight when you needed it? What if you were able to create your life deliberately from a higher level of intelligence? Today's lesson is extremely powerful, and it's going to totally transform and change the way you live your life, which will change your life. And so I am extremely excited about it. Now, how do you become super conscious? There are many different ways to become super conscious, all of which we cover within the Loop of Destiny. You can use silence. You can use stillness. You can reclaim your identity by watching the thinker. You can use a totem, and you can step into your infinite self. We're going to cover all these different principles within the loop, but for this lesson, we're going to talk about reclaiming your true identity. We're going to talk about watching the thinker. This principle is taken from Eckhart Tolle's book called The Power of Now. And it greatly changed my life some years ago, and it's going to be extremely powerful in transmuting and really adding value to the way that you create your life. So how do you elevate your thoughts? How do you step away from the logic that's run your life for so long? How do you really tap into faith and intuition and inspiration? How do you get out of the stream of consciousness that you've been in your entire life? The answer is extremely simple, but as Leonardo da Vinci said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Wisdom is generally very simple. And knowledge is not power, but the application of knowledge. Knowledge represents potential power, but the proper, timely application of knowledge is what truly brings power. You can know everything in the world, but with no proper application of this knowledge, one never amasses any power. So I'm going to give you the principle, and it is extremely simple, but don't look down on it. Try to implement it. How do you step into a higher level of consciousness? You hear your thoughts, you see your thoughts, you become present with your thoughts, and then you disassociate your identity with your thoughts. You reclaim your identity, knowing that your thoughts are connected to your ego, knowing that your thoughts are simply a bunch of different classifications and judgments and opinions that have been formed from your time on this planet and your parents' time on this planet, which the sum total of your time and every single person you know in the whole entire world's time on this planet put together is about this much time. It's that much time right there, ladies and gentlemen. It is literally like that much time. 1,000 years, that much time. 1,000,000 years, that much time. 1,000,000,000 years might be something like this much time. That's where all of our intelligence comes from that we use to navigate our whole entire lives. Not so, ladies and gentlemen. You have access to higher forms of intelligence. So as you learn to remember that your opinions, your judgments, what you think, the thoughts that are running through your mind have only to do with your 10 minutes on this planet. You've been alive 100 years, that's something like 15 minutes on the planet. Fine. Either way, you've only been here for a second, and your life is like a fleeting vapor within this reality. Next comes eternity. But that's a whole in eternity. This our life is nothing. And so our form of intelligence and identification is something that puts us in a box. If you're an infinite spirit, and you are, then you've got to know that there's a higher form of intelligence that you have access to that has more to do with eternity than the logic and egoic intelligence that we use to navigate our lives. So how do you step out of that thought chatter? You learn to access the principle of watching the thinker. You become 100% present with your thoughts. You become 100% aware of your thoughts, and you even listen to them. But the difference is you listen to your thoughts with impartiality. You listen to your brain chatter knowing what it is. It's brain chatter. It's your ego trying to make sense of everything that it's seeing. But you look at your ego like a child, because that's truly what it is. It's just learning. It's on this journey with you. Your logic is on this journey with you, and it's like, oh, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I think this, I think that. Oh no, I can't believe she said that to me. I can't believe he said that to me. I think our feelings are hurt right now. And your ego draws power based on you identifying with your ego. And the more you identify with your ego, the more you become your ego. And when your ego now decides to feel a certain way about something, your ego now puts life into that through your consciousness. And now for you to get disagreed with, for you to lose an argument, for you to misjudge now represents what? Death. A small death to your ego. That's unacceptable. And now you are this infinite spirit that has put yourself in a box associated to a feeling, to a thought process, to an opinion, to a judgment. And now you are enslaved to this opinion and judgment, and you must walk the path that is in alignment with that judgment. And when you learn to watch the thinker and disassociate yourself from these judgments, you now free yourself. You now free yourself to be who you are and what you are, an infinite spirit. So now the chatter in your mind, as your thoughts are running, and you're like, this is cute, this is interesting, and you're watching your little ego try and like logic and reason and judge everything, and you stop and you step away and you listen to it, but you know what it is through your consciousness. You're now aware of what's really going on. You're going to find that those thoughts are going to slow down because they're less important to you now. Now there's going to be all this space. There's going to be all the stillness, the silence. There's going to be space for intuition. There's going to be space for faith. There's going to be space for serendipity. There's going to be space for creativity. Everything, remember, was created 2 times. Somebody was sitting there and they were like, wow, a chair. This is an awesome invention. People can sit in this. We could put some arms on this thing, and man, wow. When someone's mind was still, boom, that's when intuition can step in the gap. That's when creativity, inspiration, serendipity can step into the gap. And you can access this type of intelligence no matter what you're going through, especially when you're in high pressure situations, to raise your level of consciousness and get the bird's eye view on what's really going on. Pull yourself out of the situation. Access all the intelligence involved. Access your opponent's intelligence. Realize that there is no opponent, that you're just there to learn. And that's all that any of this is. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I really hope that you were enjoying that video you were just watching. It's actually just a small excerpt, a clip from what I call the loop of destiny, which is simply a way for you and I to work together. It's a way for me to send you a full-length video every single week and literally to coach you on the implementation of the principles within the video, principles designed to help you raise your level of consciousness and to use the skills and abilities that you've already used to create the life that you have, but to use those with deliberation, purpose, in order to create the life that you want, the life you know is yours, the life that you know you're capable of. So if that's interesting to you, if learning how to use your entire conscious mind is something that you love to learn more about, I want to encourage you to just check out the link beneath this screen or the link that will show up on the screen after the video, and let's work together. Allow me to help get you on the path to your own greater destiny, purpose, and future. Get in the loop of destiny with your own destiny, and let's work together. So until then, until the next video, I want to encourage you to find your purpose, to live with passion, and to reach your destiny. Thank you.